I don't want to paint anybody in a bad light. I don't even want to sanitize myself. I can show you guys conversations here that, by the way, if anybody wants, I can show you off air when you finish. Just ask me, I'll show you I have all the evidence, but don't publish them anywhere, okay? So that I don't want to show conversations that will make me look good. And I don't want to show conversations or videos that will make me look good and another person look bad. And the reason why I started the YouTube channel for the kids always wanted a YouTube channel. And when we normally have dinner, when they come to my place, we have these weird, funny, unique conversations. And I was always just like, this thing can be nice. So I used to record on my Instagram stories. And then guys always like, we want to see Lola, we want to see Ada, I want to see Big Boss, we want to see Breezy. And I was like, okay, cool. What's gonna happen? So I decided to create a YouTube channel for them as a by the way, and I just upload like, I think a video or two. And I put over there and life moved on. It took a life of its own. And nowadays, anytime I'm with the kids like this, they always, like Lola will always say something, Ada or Breezy or Liron. And I'm the type of person who, I was not very close to my dad when I was growing up. So I said, I want to be close to my kids. I want to be in their lives. So anytime they'll ask me something, I'll just take my phone and I'll just start recording. All the content you see on Obinna's channel, or the Obinnas, that's for the kids on YouTube, nothing is scripted. So when the kids talk, I normally, they ask me very weird questions. They judge me, and everything. The other day they asked me, from nowhere, Lola just asked me, Dad, why are you and Mom not together? And it sparked a whole conversation. And I was like, okay, we were just eating. I took my phone, started recording, and I was like, okay, what do you think? Why do you think we are not together? And they had speculations, and the kids just started sharing. And one thing that I've also come to learn about kids don't forget. And kids see everything. And kids remember everything. They might fear you, they might do whatever, but they'll sit down and see. If you go to the YouTube for those kids, you'll get all the evidence that you need to tell you what is happening. The kids spoke, said the reason why things didn't work out. I actually didn't even chip in a negative light. I just told them, listen, your mother loves you, whatever happens. And that is what happens all the time. I'll meet up with them. This is happening. That is happening. Like I said, this whole fight or this whole issue is just about me being in the lives of my kids. There is nothing I want from this particular individual. Nothing. I just want to be in the lives of my kids. But it's been a battle that now is beginning not to make a lot of sense, because I've been called by some of my powerful friends. I get there, I find her there, she's seated down. I'm like, okay. I know these are friends of the highest offices. Okay, so we've been told there's a situation here. Then I sit down and listen to the story. Then I'm like, okay. The only thing that I want is to be in the lives of the kids. And the kids want to be in my life. And that is the only battle. Honestly, there is nothing. For 5 years, I said I will stay for the child. For 5 years, I would live, I would provide everything. And when I left the house with everything, and I was still paying the rent. I'm still paying the rent until now. I'm still paying every other thing that the kids need. But the fights are very useless and very unnecessary. So if this happens to go to court, which it may, that is, if at all anybody comes between me and seeing my children, I have all the evidences. If I decide to take the children away from her today, I will, because I have evidence to show that she's not fit as a mother. I have all of them, from drinking and driving. I personally have had to go all the way to Rongai to fix a drunk driving accident problem, from being abusive towards the children, from not being just a good person at all, from me being assaulted. And go and watch the channel of the kids. You'll hear what Lola said. Lola was there, everything. And I took it as a man, and I was like, no, this is what you'll do. And I organized my shit together, and I said, this is my shit, I will deal with my shit. And I left with peace. I did not fight anybody. I did not take anybody to court. I did not do anything. I left and started afresh. Remember, this is the second round that I'm doing this. I did it before. When she was pregnant for Ada, it was still the same things again. I left. Then later, when Ada wanted to start going to school, one thing led to another. We started talking again, Before you know, boom, number 2. Now, for the ladies watching this, getting pregnant does not keep a man. Getting pregnant does not solve relationship issues. Getting pregnant does not build love or affection. It's just something that now inconveniences every other thing that you guys were trying to build. And for the boy child who is listening, running away from your children does not solve anything. All you need to do, try as much as you can to be in the lives of your children. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be messy. I know like 10, when I said I'm starting my show Baby Mama Drama, where do you think the idea came from? I have like 10 friends in the industry, celebrities, who are in abusive relationships with the women they are with or the women they have children with, but they just keep quiet because, you know, I'm a celebrity, you know, you'll be insulted, you'll take the L and everything, and, you know, take it as a man. Then the society is not set up to even support boy child. So it will not be easy, it will be loud, it will be messy, but fight till the end, until you're in the lives of your children. But the better way is this. How about you don't give birth until you're very sure of that person? Okay? Either be very sure of that person, that they can be very good parents to all the children, or be very sure of yourself that that is what you really want. And also, ladies, before you get pregnant, discuss with the man. Do you want children? Are you ready? Can we now have children? Let it be an agreement. Don't sit down and decide by yourself. You say, sasa huyu nataka kumshikia mimba. Then the minute you become pregnant, now everything becomes the man's problem. The man will be insulted, will be disrespected, will be told everything and everything. If anybody is watching this, of which I know you are, if at any point you get to interact with my kids, okay, our kids, the kids, ask them on your own where I'm not even there. Ask them about mom, ask them about dad. They will tell you everything. My kids are very open-minded, they're very open. I tell them to speak freely. They will tell you. If they're free with you, they'll let you know. Then you'll gather evidence. Stop sitting down and making assumptions and throwing insults and don't have the whole story. This person has shared screenshots of conversations that make her look nice. She's not shared all the conversations. I will not do it, because if I release the evidence I have now, she will fall into depression and probably she will even commit suicide, because I know her. And even when she watches this video, it's going downhill. And I'm normally a major advocate for peace of mind. I've had situations, that is why every Tuesday I have something called Boys Day Out, where I meet with my brother and my uncle and a couple of close friends. Every Tuesday we normally go, if you've seen my Instagram, you always see we go bowling, we go watch a movie, we go somewhere, we go do golf or something. Why do we do this? For mental wellness. All this started when I was in this relationship. So I was like, okay, I'll not talk about it, but this is what I will do. That is why you're seeing a therapist. That is why you do this and this and that. I have workmates and colleagues who have come to work every day and they look at me, they're like, bro, what's happening, man, today? And I'm like, man, today is just that day. I will function at autopilot. I've showed up, let's do the job, but I'm not in a good space. Then you find the issue is a very minor issue that is very unnecessary, but since it's already there and everybody's involved, as a man, you have to take it and move with it. Having said that, there was one more thing that I wanted to add. Oh, for the men, for the boy child, if at all someone tells you they're pregnant with your child, don't run away. Do DNA. When the child is born, do DNA. If it's your child, do your own till the end. It's your own. Huyo mtoto akuandika barua azaliwe. If it's not your own, then it's school. Huyo mtoto afanani na wangu, huyo mtoto afanani na mimi. No. Do the DNA. That is the only thing that will ensure that you're there for your child's life till the end. All right? I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect. I don't even intend to be perfect. I was not even perfect. The only person who was perfect was Jesus, but they still killed the brother. I don't want to be perfect. I'm not even perfect. I have my shortcomings. I have my places where I've gone wrong, the places where I did not deliver as a man. But that's what happens. But one thing that I know is that everything that I've done up until now has always been to the best interest of my kids. For the men in such abusive relationships, don't stay, bro. Nobody will tell you this. Let me take the beatings today. You're in an abusive relationship. Ladies, a lot of people will talk to you. You have a lot of these bodies protecting you. Boy child, they have nobody protecting you. So let me be the punching bag. Bro, don't stay. You have a newborn. Oh, you know, but the child, don't. Bro, I did it for 5 years. You can see where it has gotten me until now. I haven't spoken all that while. But now, shit has hit the fan. Do not stay. Love and provide for the child from over there. Go to children's court immediately. They might help you, but chances high they might not help you. But find other ways, possible, legal ways to be in your child's life by force, by fire. But don't stay. Don't stay with an abusive person. Just, oh, you know, but you know. No, 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 no. That woman will kill you. I've witnessed it. But anyway, we move. Now, remember that everything that you do has consequences. If you decide to go raw with that lady, consequences. She tells you she's safe, consequences. You think she'll take the P2 or whatever, consequences. The minute you decide to copulate, it's called copulate? It's copulate, yes. There are consequences. So before you do it, bro, it is better you live with your children kwa socks hivi. Utoke now hivi kwa nyonginyo. I'm talking from experience. You know, most of the time when I always tell people, like, I've never spoken about this, but wale smart ones got it. I'm always saying, guys, don't have a child before you are 27. Don't have a child before this. Guys, like, unaniambia nini? Umori wanajua nini? Bro, I have 4 kids. Nimejionea. The cinema that I've been with them, fighting for them, it's been, I always say, I'll do a movie about it. So if I tell you I'm talking from experience, and you know the bad thing about it is, I did not have a father figure. If I had a father figure, so if my dad was there, but his work was to teach us the Bible, he did not teach us how to survive in this society. So when I came to Nairobi, my first baby mama was my initiation program. That is how I was put in the program, like boom. Like that's so everything was like, oh, okay, oh, god damn, woo, yeah, woo, yeah. Before you know it, boom, baby. So I was not ready. I didn't know any better. I was not informed. My firstborn is 12. My secondborn is going to 10. So when my secondborn was happening, I didn't know any better. My firstborn was probably like 2.5 or something. I didn't know any better. Nobody was there to tell me, bro, don't do it. Take time, learn someone, live with whoever you want to live with as much as you want, but take time, study the person. Because the minute the child is involved, and then people change. It can be the guy or it can be the woman. People change, and then you start realizing, man, now I'm stuck in this forever because of this other person. Now we have to do this forever. Very unnecessary thing. So before you get pregnant or before you decide you want to have a baby, bro, think. Because everything you do has consequences. Hakuna mtu atakwambia, I've told you. Aya. You know, a lot of people are telling me, Obinna, be the bigger person. Don't do this, don't talk, just keep quiet. So you're being the bigger person and you're being painted as an evil person. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's life. It happens. Anywho, I think that's all I have for now. Any questions? Nitazichukua maswali zote.
Obinna, I have a few questions.
Okay.
So there's this video that, actually there are 2 videos on the Obinna's channel, whereby the kids are involved. We saw the one that was posted yesterday, whereby the title is about "You cheated on my mom," something like that.
Yeah.
Most people in the comment section really wanted to know what is the intention of that video.
Okay, the intention of the video was the kids, I just picked the kids from the airport. They were in Shags during the election period. So I picked them from the airport, we get to the house, we are having food, I'm supposed to take them to the salon. And then Lola asked the question, he's like, Dad, why are you and Mom not together? I'm like, yo, okay, I was not ready, took my phone, pop up, clicked it. I'm like, yo, repeat what you've said. She asked. There was no intention, I had no plan, I did not even think Lola would ask me such a question. Because she's 5, man, but she thinks like a grown-up. And then what I did now, I asked them because I was like, okay, they've asked me. So what I could have done, I could have ignored or I could have lied. But I chose not to. What I did was I asked them, why do you think that happened? And if you watch the video on their YouTube channel, they answered by themselves. They said everything. They were a bit, if you look at the way they were talking, Ada was a bit kidogo because she's afraid. She's like, okay, so if I talk, then I'm going back. Will I be beaten up? Will I be whatever? But they spoke about it, and I told them, listen, above all, your mother loves you and everything. There was no intention. The idea for the Obinna's channel is to make other fathers step into the lives of their children, to make other baby mamas know that when your children are with their baby daddy, si ati anapeleka kwa mamalaya wake. You know, this is the perception that most baby mamas normally have. Unachukua watoto wapeleke kwa mamalaya wako. So you think baby daddies just normally just sit down somewhere and say, hey, I need to go pick my children today and wapeleke kwa malaya wangu. Like, yo, they just want to meet with the children. They want to have good vibes. And most children, you'll find, they have good vibes with their fathers than with their mothers. Because most fathers are normally just good vibes, good manenos and everything. So the YouTube channel was for that, to make other baby daddies and baby mamas fall in line and know that you can be in the lives of the children without problems. And then also to let other parents know that it is good to talk to your children about certain topics so that nobody else talks to them about it. I try as much as I can to talk to my kids about everything. I try Google ways. I reach out to a couple of people who have seen have children who are very well behaved and well mannered, and I'm like, how did you talk to them about this? So that another person does not step in where I did not and tell them, oh, let me tell you about your dad. Let me tell you about your mom. Let me tell you why your dad and your mom are not together. Let me tell you about this and this and this. So let's try and talk to them so that they know. And other parents to know that it's cool to talk to them at a tender age. There was no intention. I have no intention to aneka anybody in bad light. Even the birthday one. Actually, so what happened for the birthday situation was, she texted me, she was like, we're going to do I called and I was like, yo, so the birthday plan for Ada? And she was like, when she texted me, she was like, we are going to surprise her in school. And I was like, who is we? Because I was like, who is invited? That is how I asked it in my head. I was like, who is we? And from there, everything went south. Oh, do what you can do as a man. Da 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 da. I was like, yo, okay. So on that day, schools were announced to be closed. Yes, schools were announced because for the election. So when I got home, kids are there. I'm like, yo, I'm going to see the other kids. Let's pull up. So we ride. No, I think I was going to the garage, and then they were like, Dad, can you go there? Let's cool. So we ride. When I finish, I pass by the other kids' house so that they can play together or whatever. Because I knew there's a birthday party, there's a plan that's going to happen. So we show up, we get to the house, we've gotten surprise, there's nobody. We find the house there. I'm like, what's happening? The kids are not here. Where are they? They've gone to school. I'm like, the kids have gone to school? See, there was an announcement that there's no school today. I'm like, no, they've gone to school. We try calling the numbers. She's like, they've left their phones over here. I say, cool. So what happens next? We leave. I call the mother. I'm like, she picks. I'm like, where are the kids? They're in school. I'm like, but there were no school today. They're in school. She hangs up. I say, okay, cool. I pull up to the school. I get over there. I go to the clerk's office to check on the fees, situation and everything. I see the girls. They come. They say hi. I'm like, what's happening? They're like, oh, we're doing a birthday party for Ada with the classmates. I'm like, okay, cool. No problemo. Then I knew. Ada told me specifically, Dad, don't miss my birthday. So I say, okay, sawa. So I say, I'm in the office with the principal, with the clerk, that is, or the money guy. The clerk bazaar, that one. When it starts, I tell Liron, when it starts, call me. So I just come and just stand over there. Remember, they have a YouTube channel, so probably they would want this. So later when they grow up, they look at it like, oh, this was nice. So I'm in the office. Liron comes to call me. He's like, Dad, it started. So I ran up the stairs. When I get in, the sight that I saw, I was just like, yo, it was cold. Because I got in and picked my phone to record the whole moment, and what I saw just told me the way everything was gonna happen. I was to be a very passive guy there because I was there for Ada. The idea was we were gonna do a birthday party on the Friday that is coming when all the kids are at my place or at her place. The way I did for Liron, the same thing. When it was Liron's birthday, I carried Liron to her place and I invited everybody and we did a birthday together. So this was, we're gonna do it on Friday. That was the plan, but it's happening here. Pull up. So when I saw this, I was like, are you gonna keep quiet or are you gonna talk? I ended up talking, saying a couple of things in the video. I was like, yo, Breezy, come and stand next to your sister. Liron, come and stand this side. Da 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 da. But if you look at that video on their channel, you just see everything. I don't even need to get into the details.
There are several instances that you highlighted by
yes. Yes.
And few people felt like maybe you wanted people to realize that she's not a good person. Because at some point, she was not treating the other kids well. And that's your intention?
No. The intention was, you know, when people look at something, it depends on perspective. People will see it differently. If you don't know who Brie is, or you don't know the relationship the kids, our kids have, you'll think they are different. I'm trying to raise them in a way where they are together. I'm always telling them, be close to your brother, be close to your sister, be close to this, because I don't want what happened in my family and other families that I know to happen in my family now. So what happened that day in the video, when I was cutting the video so I can share it there, I just highlighted, I'm like, look at this, the way Breezy was behaving, she was feeling out of place. Her dad does not know, should I feed my sister's cake or should I not? What's gonna happen? I didn't do it with malice, but it is what it is. It's what happened. It's already there. Even if I didn't highlight, will that delete the video, or will that delete the act that happened?
So Obinna, maybe if I may ask you, what if mama decide like I refuse, like you won't take the kids, utafanya nini away from?
Aki refuse, I won't take the kids.
What if, let's say for example, say like
I dare her. Let's see. I guess we'll find out. Let's try, because she's tried before. The others tried as well. So it's a slippery slope where now two adults start fighting over a decision, or they start fighting over mautamu when the children are being created. Okay? So it is a decision that I think we can arrive at when that happens, because this is what I want. I want this to be well known. I just want to be in the kids' lives. I had a conversation with her, and I've had a conversation with my other baby mamas. This is what I always tell them. At this time, God has blessed me. I'm not the person I was before. I can live with the children. They will live in a better house. They will go to a better school. They will behave differently. They'll be taken care of. You can come to the house anytime you want, because there's a house help. There's no other woman in that house. Come and see your children anytime you want. You know the school they go to. Go and see anytime you want. Have the teacher's number, have the house help's number, have the contacts of the children. Talk to them anytime. Then when it gets to Friday, come and pick the children, be with them until Sunday, return them so they go to school. But if that does not work, how about you stay with the children? I will still pay their school fees. I will still be their father. I will take care of them the way I'm supposed to be as a man. On the weekend, on Friday, they'll be dropped at my place with a school bus that I pay for. They will chill with their siblings, they'll chill with their father and do whatever. On Sunday, I will drop them, or they will be dropped, but I will do it, or come and pick them. But just allow me to be in the child's, like I'm really doing, like that's the best understanding ever. I'm like, stay with them or I stay with them. But over the weekend, something has to give. You can't want to stay with the children. You know, this is the mistake that most baby mamas normally do. You want to stay with the children, then you want the baby daddy to be Red Cross. Mi natumanga tu pesa. Sijui mtoto anakula nini, analala wapi, anafanya nini. I don't see my child. Most baby mamas always want that. And I've also seen in other situations that I've been through before. I have 4 kids. My firstborn is 12 now. Situations I've seen before where you're normally sending money, and then when you pull up unexpectedly, unapata mtoto anaka kama chokora. Ama you just find mtoto wako tu somehow zile za I thought I sent money for, ama mtoto hajadishi, unatuma pesa ni za kwenda salon, kutengeneza makucha, kufanya nini, but online unatukanwa the way you are a deadbeat dad and everything. We have very many men who are in prison now because dem aliwawekelea, alisema tu he was abusive to me, akatafuta picha fulani ya black eye akapost on social media. Jamaa katukanwa, malawyers wakakamu, unanyang'anywa kila kitu, uko kwa jela and you are innocent. We have very many innocent men in jail for that. We also have very many innocent men who are being beaten every day, every week in relationships. Anatoka anaenda kazi, ananguruma, akifika kwa nyumba na nyamaza. Why? Because you can't lay a hand to a woman. And I talk to my son all the time, even if you watch the episodes, I always tell him, bro, don't you ever lay your hands on a woman. Because I learned from my mistakes. Bro, I was from the ghetto, bro. Like, the things I've seen, and then the things I've learned, and the bad habits I've dropped, the way I'm evolving, I'm trying to be a better person, and I'm trying to raise better children. So you find, the way the society is set up, there's a lot of things that are going to be peddled around about someone, And because you're the man, you'll be told, keep quiet, don't talk about it. You'll keep quiet and take the L. Then even if today you leave, and then I pull up over here with a black eye, then I say, bro, nimepigwa. What's gonna happen to the boys? You'll be the laughing stock for the next 1 month. They'll joke about you. The bloggers will go online. Watakutukana, msi anapigwa na mwanaume, anapigwa na mwanamke. If you lay a hand on her, it's also now even worse. The best solution is to keep quiet and walk away. And if you keep quiet and walk away, wewe ni fala, because you've rolled over. Now so unafuatwa huko penye roll over. Papa unapigwa sasa maridhe zile zenye ziko necessary because you kept quiet and took your L. Because now someone is trying to compensate, trying to wash that bad part. You know, children, one thing that I've come to learn, children don't forget, bro. Then children see. Children are recorders. Wanakanga tu hivi chini wana record to everything. And the pain that I have is that I didn't leave sooner. Like my children saw 7 months of hell. Like it was building up pole pole. There was 1, 2, 3 things here and there. And then when it built, I just sat there. Because it was during COVID, there was nowhere you could go. I just sat there and I would leave and I would go to radio every day and I would laugh with people and I'll entertain people and I'll come back. Most of these people that laugh with you are the most broken people you'll ever meet. They sit down, they take all the insults, all the disrespect, all the gender-based violences they can get, and they keep quiet. And like I've said, I have audio recordings here that if I play for you, man, things will change. I have videos of the kids being dragged out of my house, kicking and crying and whatever, but they're being pulled. I have, bro, anywho.
Obinna.
Yo.
From one of the screenshots that is posted online, kuna party yenye imesemekana ya kwamba you are like a condom was found in your pocket na umevaa boxer upside down ama sijui kama hiyo.
Yeah, you always went home like that.
Oh, I always went home with condoms in my pocket and boxer inside out.
Yeah.
Hey. If you're a woman, let me start like this. If you're a woman and your man comes home with condoms in his pocket, you should be grateful. That is a man who cares about you, because he's using condoms to whatever he's doing so that he doesn't bring you diseases and he doesn't sire other children unnecessarily. But that's on the side. So I used to come home with condoms. I used to come home with boxer one inside. Kwani nilikuwa nafanya nini kwa mustuni, kwa giza? Bro, I don't drink. I am sober. I have money to go to a hotel with a fine shawty, finish my business, take a shower, dress the same way I dressed when I left, drive my car and come back home like a good guy. Why would I wear boxer inside out? Kwani nilikuwa naivaa kama nimefunga macho? Mimi ni kipofu ama mimi nilikuwa nimelewa? And then also someone is coming home with condoms, someone is coming home with boxers inside out, and then you are staying. Why are you staying?
Admit, eh?
Sija admit. No. I've not admitted. I've just asked you, am I stupid to come home with a boxer inside out? Okay, hapa kuna msema a boxer inside out. Why would I? By mistake? Which mistake? Which type of human being are you? And myself, by the way, I have OCD where my things have to be. You see, even when you came, what did I say about the microphones? They were putting you. I'm like, no. There's a way my things. I cannot wear a boxer inside. That cannot happen.
She also stated that she's really trying so hard to show the kids that she's the bad person.
I'm trying to show the kids that she's a bad person. Wow. Why do I need to do that? Why do I need to show the kids what they've already seen? Like, most of the videos that I've posted, if we talk, and anytime a conversation normally comes, I normally try not to talk about her. And if I talk about her, I'll always tell the kids, your mom loves you, da. I don't need to show what she is. I don't gain anything. Remember, my brand as Obinna is independent of her. I've been with her for, I think, 8-9 years. Yes, I've known her for 8-9 years. But most guys are knowing about her last night. Why is that? Dada, what does that tell you?
So the way you say that your kids have witnessed violence and all that, and there was a point where you had the road accident. has to like.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask, did you feel like it was safe for you to leave the kids with her? Like here in your wow, or is there a point where the kids wanted, they told you
the kids have always told me they want to stay with me, but like I said, I'm not the type of person to stop my kids from being with their mother, and I'm still a firm believer that the mother will always be the best person to stay with the child. However, there can be compromise, you see. So when everything happened, the time that I decided to live with the kids is when now the abuse for the other kids, because I have 2 other kids from my previous entanglements. yeah. So when the other kids when the abuse for them got too much out of hand, is when I decided, wait a minute. So you're staying for these 2, but these 2 are suffering. So that's when I decided, I said, okay, cool, let's see how it will be. I'd stay there until my last one turned 5. 4, she was 4 something. Then I was like, okay, cool, now at least she's a bit grown up now. I can, but I'll still be in her life. And then I left. It was messy, it was loud. The other kids were happy. If you look at them now, they are very, like I always ask them, they refuse. We don't want. If you watch the last video, the video in question, there's a part they tell me how Brianna was beaten up. That part I didn't even know, because they didn't tell me. Because they were like, oh, this is our mom. And they used to call her mom. They were like, let's protect, let's do whatever. I didn't know that part. I knew of other parts where Liron would gather courage sometimes to tell me. And anytime I would come home, I was being turned into a disciplinarian. Like I would come, I would be told, you know, your son did this. You know, your daughter did that. So I got to a point, I was like, yo, listen, if you're here, try and be in charge. Try and, you know, I don't need to come, and I don't want the kids to look at me like mpigaji. Like, oh, dad will just beat you. Dad will just beat you. Dad, I want to talk to them. I want us to be friends. I don't want to have good vibes, man. So it got to a point where that was out of hand. That's when I decided I have to step. That was the game changer. I could take it. I took it for a while, and I was like, okay, do it for the children. Keep quiet. I'm the type of person who when you start shouting, I will keep quiet. So I will keep quiet and just go with the flow. And everything would happen. It'll be an hour or 2 or the whole night, and in the morning you'll wake up, unaoga unapiga luku, unaingia kwa streets kutafuta pesa. Bills have to be paid.
So you would admit she used to mistreat the step?
Yeah?
Would you admit that she used to mistreat?
Yeah. The kids said on their channel. I decided not to talk about it because now if I had spoken about it then, also my other baby mamas could have taken back the kids. Because now, you know, they gave me, they're like, okay, now you can stay with A, B, C, D. Then now they know, oh, they're being abused over there. And then now they're like, okay, now we can even just stay with our kids. Then now the kids now go back to a life that I don't want them to live. So I had to find a way to now, because I gave time. I'm normally a guy for second chances. Let me give you time, because this is what I even told the kids. I told them, this is not your mother who has given birth to you. She might not treat you the same way she treats these others, but at least she'll treat you well, and she'll treat you with respect. And I told them, respect her and do da. And I even sat down with her and I told her, the day you will mistreat these other children is the day this thing is.
Obinna, during one of your shows with your co-host Kamene, uliweza kuzungumzia ukasema mwanamke ama mdada ambaye yupo na tattoo kwa mwili yake, ametoboa masikio mingi sana, hafai kulipiwa mahari, hafai kuolewa, na kumalizia ukasema pia she's not a wife material. Ulikuwa unamaanisha nini, unazingatia nini? Na maybe unaweza kutuelimisha sisi, a wife material ni mwanamke aina gani?
So today I don't want to talk about that story for the wife material thing because I was misquoted. It was not me. I was paraphrasing what someone said. It was on air. However, the video that went viral was that part. I'll actually look for the air check. There's something called air check. I'll give you guys the whole conversation so you hear. So when people started insulting, I was like, okay, cool. Let's move with it because it's just insults anyway. There's nothing that's gonna happen. But I was not the one who said, I was quoting what someone said. That's what I was telling Kamene. And also, they're also saying you cannot go to heaven. They're also saying, personally, I have tattoos, bro. I don't mind you having tattoo. Pierce your whole body for all I care. Just don't pass next to a magnet, but I'm fine.
Maybe unaweza make it clear for the people ambao waliweza kuna few celebrities waliweza kureact na mafans wako pia wakaweza kuongea, watu wakaita comments kubwa hapo. Maybe unaweza make it clear na kama ni wakati mzuri maybe kwako kama unaweza kuomba msamaha.
Niombe msamaha nini? Bro, you don't know me, bro. Niombe msamaha. I've just told you now. I didn't say it. I was quoting. Where? Umekalia masikio. Cheki umse. I've told you, bro. Let's move. Any question? Next question?
Obinna, on your YouTube channel, you post about toxic boyfriends, and now people are saying you are hosting something, and then now you are a victim. What's your response on that?
The idea for toxic boyfriends started from my relationship, actually. The same way the idea for first time started from the situation that I had. Actually, the first episode of first time I talked about my situation where kuna boys alikuwa nataka kuni bugudugdung. Okay? So the same way the idea for toxic boyfriends came from my. So I was mirroring the society. So it's like I can bring something where both men and women can talk about the toxic relationships they are in so other people don't fall victim. That is what happened. And when it started is when I had left my own. Then I was like, hey, where? We are out. Now what do we do? Because I had a couple of people who were talking to me. They're telling me they're going through such. I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. So let's do it. That's how it started. So I was actually creating what I was going through. It's a Johnny Depp kind of situation. It's just that now we're not in court, but we can get over there. And if we get to court, I'm taking all my kids. And you will see.
Why didn't you decide to keep quiet the way?
Why did I decide to keep quiet?
Not to keep quiet.
Why did I decide not to keep quiet? Because there's someone in a boardroom somewhere, just like I said when we were starting, who has already had a perception of me. There's a deal I'm supposed to sign somewhere. Someone is like, Obinna, no, that guy is not a good father. He's not what. He's not what. So I said, come and talk about it. Because after, I know, I might not be shit to anybody. I might not amount to anything to a couple of people. But one thing that I know for sure, I'm a dope father. If not the best, I'm a dope father. You can ask my kids about it and how I feel. And I don't do it because it's my obligation. I do it because I love doing it and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy being with my kids. I enjoy playing with them. The person who's talking does not even play with the kids. Does not. Anyway.
What have you been quiet since, you said that it's been a while? Now,
Yes.
Since she posted, why did you decide to, why have you been quiet all this time until she posted?
I've been quiet because I was healing, one. Number two, I was quiet because talking about it to the public does not change anything. You see, like this presser we just had is not going to change anything. There's someone who just hates me for the sake and they'll just continue hating me and nothing is going to change. So I was quiet because even if I came to the court of public opinion, what will happen? Will you make her better? Will you make me better? Will you give the children accommodation? Nothing is going to change. The only way to sort it is to go by the law. But now the law does not give a shit about boy child. So I've gone to a couple of children courts. I've had my court cases. I've fought for my children. I've stolen some of my children from their schools. They've been stolen back. Like we've had our whole shebang, the whole 9 yards. But what I've come to learn is nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. You're on your own.
What's your next course of action? Next 1 week, 2 weeks, or what?
My next course of action, what I've just been doing all along, being my kids' lives. Like now from this place, I'm going to pick them. It's Friday, man. It's Friday. So I'm going to pick them. Actually, they've already texted me. I can even show you the text. Like that, come and pick us. So I have to go and pick them. They'll stay at my place Friday, Saturday. On Sunday, I will drop them back so that Monday they can go to school. And also, can you imagine today my kids have not gone to school? And I've paid full school fees, bro. Like the kid texted me. I was like, yo, you guys have not gone to school? They're like, no, we've not gone. And I'm not paying 2 shillings, bro. I'm not sleeping most of the nights for this. But it's very unnecessary.
Okay, maybe your message to your fans, what should they expect from you? And maybe they expect a lot from you. The message you have to your haters, those who love you.
The message I have for my haters first, keep hating. I love it. I live for those moments where someone in their bedsitter cannot sleep because of me. They're like, oh, I'm like, yes, that's why I own a steamer. Anyway, side story. So the message I have for my fans is still expect dope content. I'm still doing me. I've always been myself because I've been in very bad situations. I'm trying not to put people in that situations, in those same situations. So I'm trying to be a better person. I'm learning, I'm improving. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better friend. I want to be a better mentor. I want to be a better comedian, a better entertainer, a better musician. I'm learning, a better DJ, a better content creator. I'm learning. I'm evolving. Move with me. Give me time. And then expect to see more of my kids.